Exactly.
For his Jew, but we're not a monolith, right?
Right.
You
So
know,
he
but
says.
that's all I got. That's all I got,
Hey,
sir.
Fame, thank you
Again,
for holding on, man. I will get to it tomorrow. How about that? I
Yes,
don't
you
want to
can
get
get it.
to it today. That's my time, y'all.
Good
Physically,
afternoon.
mentally,
Welcome to the
and I got
afternoon
tomorrow at 3
experiment.
o'clock.
My name is Emanuel Livingston. You going? Okay. Right, I had to turn Wyatt down. I got the little baby going to get that. I forgot my little Chromebook, which I guess is fine for what it does. But good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you until probably about 5 o'clock. I'll probably stay here till 5 o'clock. I got something to do after this, and so that is what it is. And that'll be that. She's going to bring me my laptop. Hopefully she finds it and don't drop it. Hopefully she doesn't drop it. She always dropping stuff. If she drop it, it might break. But I should have forgot it. But y'all know how it is. You go pick up the little baby, you rush downstairs, turn everything on, try to get everything together. How was everybody's day? How's everybody's day going? You know, I got to start by going through, forgive my tardiness, and I was watching, listening to Wyatt on the way in, and kind of driving and sending messages in here and there, and I couldn't be as precise as I wanted to be. Because, you know, when you're driving and sending messages and trying to read messages and drive, all that kind of stuff, you can be a little distracted. So I didn't want to be distracted. So, you know, I try to be safe with my driving and texting and reading and communicating and watching stuff. Try to be safe with mine. Let's get to it. Robert Willis, good afternoon. Oh, let me not forget. Put up the chat. Robert Willis, good afternoon. We got Erica. Erica's representing Reading. Good afternoon. Dwayne, he's representing Mount Airy. Good afternoon. Got David in the house. Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon. Checking in from an expressway. Believe me, I understand that. Lewis, representing Sharonville. Good afternoon, Lewis. Preston in the house, representing Avondale. Good afternoon. Terry, representing downtown. Good afternoon. We got Gloria in the house. Gloria, representing the east side. Good afternoon. Carolyn, I'm good. Thank you. And you didn't drop it, did you? All right. Why are you shaking your hands? Was your hands wet?
No, it hurts.
What hurt?
My fingers.
Was it from carrying this?
Yes.
How did this hurt your fingers?
Because it's heavy.
It's not heavy. It is not. Well, thank you for getting it for me. I appreciate it. Where else was I? Where was I? Carolyn, look at me all on time. You know, I'm actually late. 3 o'clock is the actual start time, but 3:30. You know, I try. Thank you. Good afternoon, Carolyn. McConnell. Good afternoon. He's representing Gym Folk. Got Furious Style 7 representing his or her territory. Not sure which. We got, oh, and Carolyn says, by the way, she's representing East Walnut Hills. Logic Slayer, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Logic Slayer. James, good afternoon. Hey, what's King of Talk? It's a lot to go into right now. Maybe one of these days I'll, break down how I attain the title of King of Talk, but I am the King of Talk. But thank you for checking out the show. White Oak checking in with Mary. Mary, much love to you too. Good afternoon. We got Tessie. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Valerie, good afternoon, ma'am. She's representing Westwood. Furious Style says, who is Little Baby? I'm not, you know what? I feel like everybody on here know everything. And some people are, relatively new. So, hi, my name is Emanuel Livingston. I am the King of Talk. I earned this title years ago. One day I'll tell you how. I on Thursdays and Fridays, I pick up the little baby, which is my granddaughter, from her daycare. She's 6 now. Well, she's really 4. And I pick up my granddaughter from, it's not daycare. It's what is it? Where am I picking you up from? Huh? I'm not sure what she just said. School.
I said right path.
I still didn't understand what you said. Say it again, slow.
Right path.
Break. Oh, bright. Okay. I think I understand what you're from school. So I pick her up from school on Thursdays and Fridays. So I'm usually late on Thursdays and Fridays because I pick her up. And we have some stuff to do today. And tomorrow, we will hopefully make those shirts that she designed. That don't make any sense. But we'll make those shirts. And because she asked me about them again today. So that means she want to do it. So, and that's where we are with that. So that's who the little baby is. She's my granddaughter. Scott. Representing West Walnut Hills. Oh, also, if you're relatively new, all I ask, the only thing that I ask you to do is say hello to me. If you say hello to me and tell me where you are, like where you're checking out the show, if you're in Cincinnati, tell me the neighborhood. If you're outside of Cincinnati, tell me the city. Like if you're still in the greater Cincinnati area, you know, Mount Healthy is its own city. North College Hill, its own city. So tell me the city if you're outside of Cincinnati proper. And if you're outside of, say, the state, tell me what city and state you're in. That's the full cost of admission. And I'm so lenient, I don't even enforce that. But that's all I want. You tell me that. And then after that, if you want to engage, engage. If you don't want to engage, don't engage. Sit back, relax, and, you know, just enjoy yourself. Get into it when you want to get into it. You can always back out. No judgment here. I'm the most non-judgmental person you'll ever meet. All right, so let me hurry up, get through these hellos. Brenda, representing Fairfield. Good afternoon. Maria, representing North College Hill. Good afternoon. Oh, I think this is the last thing. In case you didn't know, what's happening right now is the best part of the show. After I say hello to everybody, the show goes downhill. It just goes downhill from there. Nothing I can do about it. I don't write the rules. I just follow them. So, it is what it is. Regina, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining the show. DeWanda in the house. Good afternoon, DeWanda. She says good afternoon to everyone. So y'all should all say good afternoon to DeWanda. You could have just went live from the road. I don't know that that's legal. I don't know that that's legal. C Breezy, good afternoon, representing Boston. Boston, Shahara in the house, representing Bond Hill today. And I'm not picking with you at all today, Shahara. I'm just glad that you came back after I picked with you almost all day yesterday. I appreciate you. Just for being a good sport. I like Shahara. I wouldn't pick with you if I didn't like you. I wouldn't pick with you at all. And I've never actually met you. But, you know, I like the back and forth that we do. And, you know what I'm saying? You be trying to zing me, all that kind of stuff. I appreciate that. I like stuff like that. So, you know. Sean, good afternoon. I believe he's still representing Atlanta. Got David Martin in the house. David Martin is representing home. Let's see. Roddy, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking in. We got Andrea representing downtown. Good afternoon. Few people thanking a little baby for bringing me the laptop. Oh, I need to plug that in. Sorry, y'all might hear a noise here because I got to plug this in. All right. Lonzo, good afternoon. He's representing Oakley. We got Crystal in the house representing Mount Healthy. All right. Darren, representing Madisonville. Twin repping, driving to Kroger to work. He just hard-headed. He keep putting the S on there. He know he wrong by now because he done drove up and looked at the building and he see ain't no S on the end of there. But now he just being hard-headed. It is what it is. Furious Style 7 says, I'm a man. Okay, Damon. I didn't know. Furious Style 7, that's a man or a woman name. There's no way to tell. There is no way to tell. It's male, female, you never know. So I didn't want to, judge you. It is not ownership. No, it's not ownership. Because it's the Kroger Company. So if anything, it would be the Kroger Company's store. So that would be where the S, apostrophe S, for Kroger's would be on the end of companies, because that's the actual name of the company. So, no. But nice try. I think Janice has tried that before, too. Anthony, good afternoon. Anthony's representing Clifton. We got LaDonna in the house representing East Price Hill. All right. I've not heard from Dave Stinger lately. For all the new people, Dave Stinger is a guy I used to work with when I worked at the radio station. I worked at a radio station for a while, for a few years. And they fired me because I did not want to take the coronavirus vaccine. And so that's why I'm here. But I worked with a guy named Dave Stinger. He was a good dude. He was a good dude. And again, I say this with a 100% unblemished record of staunch heterosexuality. He was a handsome man. But no, I haven't talked to him in a while. Tria, representing Columbia Township. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We got Twin being extra. Twin being extra. Diane, representing Covington. All right, good afternoon. Regina said she's sorry. She's representing Madisonville. Thank you, Regina. Preston, some hater stuff. The self-proclaimed king of talk. It's not self-proclaimed. One of these days, I'll get into it. And I'll tell you how I became the king of talk. It's not self-proclaimed. I earned the title. Has anyone heard from Daryl Carpenter? Haven't seen him in the chats lately. Yeah, now last I heard of him, he was in the hospital, but I heard somebody say that he kind of checked in and that he's okay. Don't know why he's not in the chat. Maybe he's not feeling good enough to be on the chats, but he was well enough to let somebody know he was okay. So we hope he's okay. Tanika, good afternoon. She's representing Orlando, Florida. And by the way, Tanika can sing. She can really sing. I know some of y'all, she can sing. Okay, yes. Something about it, I don't like saying that. It just bothers me. But she can sing really well. This is just for all of the new people, because there's some new people here who don't understand all of the kind of behind the scenes secret stuff that go on, inside jokes and whatnot. Jacqueline Carter says, good afternoon from beautiful Evanston. I have it on good authority that it's Evanston. So stop calling it Evanston. Let's see. Twin says, get to the topic. Relax, little man. Relax. Got Jason in the house. It says hi from Lebanon. All right, representing Lebanon today. All right. Margie. Is it Margie? Margie Glover, representing Mount Airy. All right, got a few in Mount Airy, a few downtown, a few in Mount Healthy. Sea Breezy. It goes careening out of control downhill. Yes, it really does. Ed, representing Mount Healthy. Got a few Mount Healthies in the house. It wasn't the whole show. It's probably about 75%. 75%. Drew was a good sport. I always appreciate that. Jeannie, Jeannie, good afternoon, and happy Thursday to you as well. Lamont says, Grand Day, powerful royal people from Westwood. Now, somebody tell me this. Why is it he writes the same thing every day? But why is it that when I read that, Grand Day, powerful royal people, somehow in there, I always see the word purple. He never has ever written the word purple. But that's why I have to slow down when I read that. Because when I glance at it, I always want to say Grand Day, purple people, or purple royal people. The word purple, always I see the word purple, and it's not there. I don't know why that is. Purple is my favorite color, but I see it in there every time I have to slow down and read it. I don't know why that is. My mind playing tricks on me. Let's see. Jacqueline says, I've been waiting on your love. I'm down with the shingles. What? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Been waiting on my love? And you down with the shingles? That's not shingles. I don't know what you think that is, but that is not shingles. It's not shingles. Oh, live. Okay, that clears some stuff up. Okay. I didn't know what that meant. Oh, okay. You've been waiting for my live. Shingles. You have shingles. Okay, now it's all coming together. How is that? I mean, I've heard that it's like really, really bad. How bad is that? Oh boy. Scott says, okay, people, no short talk today. Scott in the house. Good afternoon, Scott. Let me see. Pat says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Pat. Dave Stinger used to wear he has mirror. No. Erica in the house. Let me see. Ron says, at this point, he's talking about Dave Stinger. He was I like you a lot better. He was a good dude. Dave Stinger was a good dude. Let's see. Dave Stinger was all right. Dave Stinger was a good dude. Yeah, the hospital. Yeah, he was in the hospital. Mary says, drag out fight with Lincoln Ware. No. No. Lewis says, Livingston Papa dropped me on my head as an infant. Okay. I'm going to mentally put some punctuation in there. You're saying Livingston, referring to me. So like, hey, Livingston, Papa, being your father, dropped you on your head as an infant. Because you're not saying my daddy dropped you on your head as an infant. I'm pretty sure he didn't know you. Fame in the house. Fame says, Emanuel White just had his finest hour of podcasting. Hope you follow with the strong effort as I listen in the Terrace Park, that is. I disagree with a whole lot of what Wyatt had to say today. And I'm going to find that Stephen A. Smith nonsensical rant. Because Stephen A. Smith said a lot of things that were factually incorrect in that rant. A lot of it. I hadn't seen the Russ Parr thing, and I still didn't see the whole Russ Parr thing. I just saw the part that Wyatt kind of went over and parsed the hell out of his words. I think wrongly. But we'll hopefully tomorrow, if I can find it, I'll go through what Stephen A. said and show y'all how wrong he is. And then he even talked about how Russ Parr seemed to have some gay tendencies, which I guess I can't argue with that. It was a few things that he said where I was like, oh. But so does Stephen A. He's got some gay tendencies. That don't necessarily mean he's gay. Maybe he was raised by a single mama and all her sisters. You know, it don't necessarily mean he is, but no. I think Wyatt was off base today. And I think some of the stuff that Wyatt did kind of turned itself on Wyatt. Like, he got on Russ Parr. Russ Parr was like, she lost her, or she had her Negro wake-up card or whatever, whatever. And Wyatt parsed that like, it's not Negro wake-up card. It's Negro wake-up call. If you're going to say it right. It's Negro wake-up call, not card. And I'm like, well, he's true. You know what I'm saying? You can't argue it was true. But then a little later on, he was like, yeah, and people say you can indict a bologna sandwich. And I'm like, hold on, you can't get mad on him for saying Negro wake up card instead of call. When you said you can indict a bologna sandwich, when everybody knows that you can indict a ham sandwich. Everybody know that. Honestly, it was a mistake. Mistakes happen, like card and call. And that's the thing, is when you really start parsing people's words like that. Like, come on, you gonna be able to, Stephen A. said, Russ Parr said that Stephen A. is a millionaire and he get tax breaks, and that's that emotional shit. But if we're talking about what's real and what's not, is Stephen A. a millionaire? You think he get tax breaks? So what did he say that was factually incorrect? Forget whether it's emotional or not. Was it a fact? Because that's what you wanted him to do to him. But you can look at an argument and see how the argument is framed. Even though what he said was factual, you understand the hidden meaning behind what he said, even though it's factual. So you can't say that what he said ain't factual. So why challenge that point? Because everything don't have to be explicitly said. Some things are understood. So I always think Wyatt does a good show, but I just disagree with him on this point. And I think, again, once you get to parsing every word of somebody's statement, you're going to be able to find some things that they said wrong, maybe some exaggerations that they made, and, whatever. But that's not even necessarily the point. The point is, some stuff you don't actually have to, they don't have to have said it for you to understand it. But we'll go through and we'll parse, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, we'll parse Stephen A. Smith's rant. And we'll break it down word by word to see how factual it is. Now, what purpose will that serve? The only purpose that that'll serve is to say that you can probably take almost anybody's anything and break it down word by word and find fallacies in it. I don't think that that's what Russ Parr was attempting to do. I think he was trying to take the whole thing and see the motive behind it, which I think a lot of us see when we hear a lot of these people, a lot of these pro-Trump people talk about all of this super pro-Trump stuff, especially the black ones, trying to convince black people to vote for Trump, but pretend like they're not really trying to convince black people to vote for Trump. That really becomes my point of contention. I don't care if you support Trump. I don't care if you like his policies. I don't care if you ignore his flaws. I don't even care if you try to convince black people to vote for him. I'm cool with all of that. The problem I have is when you try to pretend that that's not what you're doing. That is the problem that I have. I don't understand some of that other stuff. But the problem that I have is, trying to, and everybody shouldn't be voting for Democrats, and Democrats ain't no good, and Democrats been taking advantage of black people all the time. The Republicans are the one we're talking about the stuff that we talking about, and the Republicans are the one, and Donald Trump, he got the best policies, and Donald Trump, the Democrats ain't this, and Democrats want you to be slaves, and Democrats don't like black people, and Democrats this, but Republicans, they the only ones that care about our education, they the only ones that care about our future, and Donald Trump, he's the one who really care about black people. Well, I'm not trying to get you to vote for Donald Trump. Like, stop. You're clearly trying to get me to vote for Donald Trump. Did I say vote for Donald Trump? No, you said everything except vote for Donald Trump. But I know what you meant. So, that's that. He always does a good show. Back to the hellos. I'm not done with the hellos. Tanika says, thanks, E-Man. I remember you told me I was one of your favorite singers. You are. You are. Janice, who is my favorite person here. Of all of y'all, Janice is my favorite. She says, good afternoon, everyone, representing myself. I even let her break the rules with nonsense like that. I let her break the rules with nonsense like that because she's my favorite. Talking about Daryl Carpenter. Yeah, last I remember him, he said he was checking in from the hospital. Yes. If you say the first name for some and both names for others, come on now, even Steven. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why I say one for other and, both names for one and one name for the other. Mary Birch Lavender. See, now I said all three. People, y'all got to put y'all middle name in there. Let's see. In the Bible, royalty is purple and gold. Oh, okay. Because you see West and think purple. I don't know what that means. You dyslexic. That's why I don't think I'm dyslexic. Oh, I see West Side and think purple for elder. No. The purple, the school that I think when I think of purple is Aiken. F elder. I don't have no problem with elder for real. But you know what I'm saying? In terms of purple, schools whose color is purple, Aiken. Elder is second at best. Let's see. Janice says, prayers out to whoever has shingles. I hear they're very painful. Yeah, I heard that same thing. Carolyn says, they're really bad. My son had them when he was 22. 22? I thought shingles was an old people thing. I mean, I know that's, anybody could probably get anything, but I thought shingles was an old people thing. And they say if you ever had chicken pox, then you got the virus that caused shingles in you. I never had chicken pox, so I'm not really worried about shingles. But you never know. I might have had chicken pox and just had a very mild case. And I was itching one day, like, oh, what was that? And that was chicken pox. I had a pox, And then next thing I know, I'm running around here with shingles. So I never had chicken pox. So you never know. Brent says, make sure you tell the story and name names today. I'm not naming names today. Unless I have to. Stephanie says, hi, fam. What's up, Stephanie? Stephanie Hyde. I'm sorry. Stephanie Hyde. C Breezy says, straight men are obsessed with other men's tendencies. It's not an obsession. It's just a recognition. It's not an obsession. It's a recognition. I mean, I don't know how to equate it to women. But there are things that women notice about other women that men probably don't notice. And men, straight men, will notice a dude with gay tendencies. And believe it or not, it don't even mean that it don't even mean that he's gay. It just means, he's got some mannerisms. I always say, like I said earlier, I think maybe he was raised with his mama and around a whole lot of women, and he took on some of their tendencies. Because y'all know, men and women, our speech patterns are different. It's not just the voice that's different. Like, if you could deepen a woman's voice, you think Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner, if you didn't know no better, you'd be like, that's a dude if you listen to her talk. But if you really listen to her talk, you like, no, that's just a really deep voice chick. So if you a dude has picked up his mama's speech patterns and he sounds a little effeminate, and you're like, nah, he sounds just like you. Men will pick up on this. Like, something about his speech patterns. You know what I'm saying? He sounds a little effeminate. It just happens. It just happens. Roland Martin did a great response video about what Stephen A said. I didn't even see necessarily what Stephen A said. I just, when Wyatt played it and I listened to it for that first time, I'm like, he's saying a lot of things that aren't factually accurate. The first thing that jumped out me was he was saying that black people haven't been talking about what's going on at the border and basically the impact of immigrants coming over here. And I know that to be untrue because I've heard the conversations. I worked at a radio station and we did like some full days and almost 4 weeks with people talking about, and I'm talking about in 2001. So over 20 years ago, black people were talking about how these people was going to come and take our jobs and how we need to put them out and how we need to this and how we need to that and how the government is doing stuff for these illegal immigrants, but they not doing for black people. And black people have been talking about this for over 20 years, openly and loudly. So for him to say that conversation has not been happening, that's just factually inaccurate. And y'all know me, I don't like it when people paint black people in this way that, oh, they ain't been talking about this, because they probably been talking about it. You just wasn't paying attention. You didn't start talking about it until the Republicans really start talking about it and making it a campaign issue. Because maybe that's who you support. And so a lot of times people act like, oh, they telling you what to think and they telling you what to feel and they telling you what to this and that. They do it to y'all too. Y'all ain't so independent in thought. That's why a lot of times the conversations that y'all have, they're the same talking points. What? You need a charger? Okay. Okay. But yeah, that's why it sound like talking points, because it is. And they pointing it out to y'all, and they showing y'all examples of this stuff, and y'all like, oh, this is a big deal. Oh, this is a big deal. Oh, this is the most important thing. Oh, this is the most important thing. They telling y'all what to think too. The media manipulates all of us. It does. Not just Democrats. Not just Republicans, not just black people, not just white people, not those sleep people, not the woke people. It manipulates all of us. Stephen A. backpedaled like a cornerback and they pissed. They are a little mad about it. It'll serve to run it into the ground. Now, it'll serve, well, maybe for some people, but for me, what it'll serve to do is to show that anybody can parse anybody's words and draw conclusions on them and draw conclusions on their intentions. You can find where somebody said something that wasn't 100% direct quote from that person. Again, Wyatt was talking about, I'm using Wyatt and his parsing of Russ Parr's words. You kind of did have to watch his show to understand this. Go back and rewatch it. It's a good show. But he was parsing Russ Parr's words. And Russ Parr apparently said something about Candace Owens that maybe Candace Owens didn't actually say. But we understood what was, it's understood. Again, you don't have to necessarily say it for that to be the message that you're getting across. And, well, Candace Owens didn't say that. Candace Owens didn't say that. Candace Owens never said, I married a white man because black men ain't on my level intellectually. She never said that. Like, okay, you got a point there. But then he says, well, Russ Parr just said that black MAGA people ain't shit. And I'm like, no, Russ Parr didn't say that. Well, you know what he meant, but that's not what he said. And you can't, in the process of parsing what he said about Candace Owens and saying she didn't actually say those words, and you got to be true to the words that are being said, and then turn right around and say something. Well, he said this. He didn't say those words. You got to be true to the words that are being said. Of course, it's a natural thing to do because you understand what he mean when he said what he said about black MAGA. You understand that kind of the idea he was putting out is that black MAGA ain't shit. But he didn't say those words. Just like you understand that, or at least his understanding of what Candace was saying was, I married a white man because black men ain't on my level. She might not have said those words, but that's what he took from it. So you can't, and that's what, to me, that's what it would do is I want people to understand. Like, I understand why I did not agree with Russ Parr. I get that. He didn't like the way he came for Stephen A. and all of that kind of stuff. I get that. And after watching it, I kind of agree with him. But I think we have to be more understanding of people and try to sometimes, not always, but sometimes try to understand what they're trying to say and understand that people can see you don't have to say those exact words to catch the meaning that a person is trying to say. I don't know that we generous enough with that. I might be guilty of it myself from time to time. Deborah says, hello, calling from Forest Park. Nikki says, good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry, Nikki Carter says, good afternoon, everyone. And that was Deborah Simmons. I got to say both names now. Thank you, Mary. Now I got to say both names. Valerie Davis says, I thought I was your favorite she-man. Kathy Jo Wilson, Aiken class of 88. Kathy Jo, do I know you? I graduated Aiken class of 88. And I feel like I know you. I can't see your picture though. But I feel like I know you. I was the nerdy dude that never really said anything to anybody and didn't necessarily get the best grades. That was me. Do you remember me? I think I remember you. T. Mikey G. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's see. Twin said he had claps. Oh my goodness. Oh, he said I had the claps. I did not know what that was. Okay, Kathy says, and Clifton School. Yeah, okay. I thought I remember okay. I can't see the picture. I'm gonna have to go off of here and look at your picture. But we might have even talked since then, just about remembering each other. I did not know what the clap was. I mean, once I had an infection, not VD. I had some sort of infection. I had gone to the doctor and I was taking medicine for it. And I had these relatively larger size pills. And I was taking them at the time I was living with my daddy. And my daddy saw me taking the pills. I don't know why this was his automatic conclusion that he jumped to, but he was like, what you taking those pills for, boy? And I say, I got an infection. And he, what you got to clap? What? What you got to clap? It's like, I don't even know what that is. Like, no, I'm pretty sure I don't. That's not what the lady said. You know, my doctor was a lady. That's not what the lady said. It wasn't no, what is that? What is that? Like to clap. Boy, to clap. And he didn't believe that I didn't know what it was, but I had no idea what it was. But now my understanding is it's gonorrhea. It's gonorrhea. I don't know why they call it the clap. I've never had it. Maybe something clap when you get it. I don't know. But I had no idea what it was. And then once I found out what it was, I'm like, why would he automatically jump to that conclusion? Because at the time, I wasn't even getting none. Like, what? Why would you think that? But that's apparently that's what it is. Let me see. Myosa says, good afternoon. Finally got a minute to breathe and check in. All right. All right. Crystal says, hello. I'm late. Been busy. Again, y'all, it's 4:11. I'm still doing hellos. But I've been talking about a lot of stuff in between. Lewis say, what's going on with Stephen A. Smith? I'm lost. Apparently, he went on this very pro-Trump. It was a pro-Trump, pro-Republican rant. He went on this pro-Trump, pro-Republican rant, and some people didn't like it, and some people got mad at him, and then he came back and he apologized for being pro-Republican. So some people came out against him, and that's it. It really is that simple. Ron says, but we didn't have over 2 million people enter our country in 1 year, let alone the 10 million we have now. How do you know? You really think they're keeping an accurate count? Some of y'all kill me believing numbers that they throw out at you. So you believe they have a number of every person that came across for every year that we've ever been tracking this. Come on. That's true. Well, over 20 years now. Yeah. And the way I know it's been a conversation for over 20 years is because, again, I was working at the radio station in 2001. I had gotten fired. I got fired from my previous job at a meat packing plant. That was the job I had before I worked for the radio station. So I hadn't too long been fired from the meat packing plant before I went and worked at the radio station, right? And one of the things that happened at the meatpacking plant is they brought in a lot of immigrants. A lot of them were undocumented workers. They did it in an attempt to bust up the union. And I remember having that conversation. on the air and saying to people like, but you can't really blame the people, the immigrants coming to America looking for a better life. Like, people, y'all mad at the wrong people. If y'all gonna be mad at people, don't be mad at the immigrants who coming to look for a better life. Be mad at the people who hire the immigrants and pay them lower wages to drive down wages, things of that nature. And again, I know these were conversations that were being had when I got to the radio station. What can we do to stop them from coming over here? They taking up all the resources. They gonna be the largest minority over us. All of those conversations been going on for well over 20 years. So the assumption that black people ain't been talking about it, ain't been focused on it, ain't cared nothing about it until just now, that's not true. That's not true. Janet says, I've been talking about and have been concerned about immigration since the late 90s. Yes. Yes. Mike says, hello. Mike Ballard, sorry. Hello. He's representing Woodlawn. And Mike, you did. I think I got your number. And hold on, let me see. Do I have your number in my phone? Let's see. Do I have your number in my phone? No, I don't have your number. All right. If you could do me a favor, Mike, in Messenger, just shoot me your number. I'm going to give you a call. But thank you for checking out the show. Blade says, tell your girl to keep Blade space name out her mouth. All right, Blade. Ronald says, I watched the interview. She said totally opposite. I mean, he told a flat out lie. But at the same time, Russ Parr said the opposite too. But you get whatever it is that you get from it. So yeah, Russ Parr did not say that Black MAGA wasn't S. He didn't. People get what they get out of a thing. Karen Di Williams, good afternoon, representing Westwood. Meiosis says, have I missed the name, the story, reason as to why you say Nikki's name so funkily? I don't think funkily is a word. I think you just made that up. And unless you give me an actual word, I will not answer your question. Dante say, what up, though? Checking in from Cheviot. All right. Furious Dow say, so you were a nerdy dummy. I wasn't a dummy. I just had a stupid rule. My stupid rule was simple. I don't do homework. When I get out of school, that's my time. When I leave school, that's my time. Anything you want me to do while I'm here, give it to me. Give me a test. You know what I'm saying? You want to test my knowledge. You want to whatever. Give me a test. I'll prove to you that I know. I got whatever the concept was that you would call yourself teaching. But when I leave here, that's my time. And you know how they was doing. Well, homework is 25% of your grade. Well, you know what I'm saying? You get all A's on your tests and quizzes and all of that kind of stuff. Exams. All of that kind of stuff. But you don't do homework. Best you can do is a 75. 75 is what, a low C. I was a low C student. Every once in a while, I would convince a teacher to allow me to not do homework. For real, I had at least one in my English class, 10th grade English. Miss Robinson, she agreed that if I aced every test, she would count all my homework as turned in. I said, what do you mean ace? She said ace. Like, you got to get a 100. If you get a 99, I'm not counting your homework for the week. Not counting it. I was like, all right. So I was on it. I got a 100 on every test, quiz, and exam. She gave me my credit for the homework. Because see, you know, I explained to her. I lobbied. We had a whole conversation. I went after school, missed my bus and everything. Went after school and sat down with her. And I said, what's the point of the test? The point of the test is to make sure that you understand the material and that give you opportunity to do it and put it into practice and blah, blah, blah. So what's the point of homework? It's just to reinforce it so that you get it and you learn it and blah, blah, blah. So if I can prove to you that I got it, I mastered it, then what's the point of me wasting my time doing the homework? But it's not a waste of time, Emanuel, to do the homework. It's not a waste of time. It's to help reinforce. But again, if I got it, why do I need the extra reinforcement for something that I already got, that I've already mastered? Now you need the charger.
Because it's dead already.
I think you only like me for my charger. There's the charger.
But sometimes it be dying.
And so she agreed. She understood my philosophy, and so she agreed. And so all year, that was our agreement. And I got all A's. And she was like, I thought that you you miss a question here or there. I was like, no. I'm pretty smart. Like, I'm pretty smart. I understand. I get concepts and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I know what I'm doing. I just don't like doing homework. That's my time. Well, she was with it. She wouldn't go talk to my other teachers and convince them to do the same thing. Otherwise, I'd have had a college scholarship. But nobody gives college scholarships to people who get a C minus. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does that. We got Brian in the house checking in from his new store in Glendale. All right, what you sell at your store? Man, this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This is different. You come on here and promote your stuff so we can all know and come and support you. Tell us what you sell at the store and where you at so we can come and support you. If we can come and support you. Back to clap. It's called the clap because in most of clapping cheeks, you maybe get a VD. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Mario says, is that really how your daddy sound? Did he sound like that when he put his foot on your neck in dress shoes? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did sound like that. Let's see. T. Nicole Taylor says, good afternoon, everyone. She's representing all the driving people. Ron says, I'm going to translate because I'm sure this was, and he's kind of said this before. A half-truth is nothing but a lie in disguise. A half-truth ain't nothing but a whole lie, and that is not true. That is not true. Matter of fact, I'm of the mind that no one can tell the whole truth about anything. No one can tell the whole truth about anything. It's too much to tell. For you to tell the whole truth? No one can do it. Tessie says, I didn't know that clap is that. I thought it was some acronym for some STD back in the day. Pat says, I can. You can tell the whole truth about something. You think you can tell the whole truth. Maybe we'll put that to a test a little later. Remember, the whole truth is every single detail about a thing. That would be the whole truth. Every single detail that exists about a thing. And you really think you can do that? No omissions whatsoever. All right. We might put that to a test. Ron says, you're going to be embarrassed when you go back and see what Stephen A. said. I saw it when Wyatt played it. And I was busy, I was going somewhere, but just in listening, I was like, that ain't true. That ain't true. That's not true. That's not true. He said a lot of things that weren't true. Maybe you would be embarrassed if you go back and listen and actually, accept facts as facts. Let's see. LaDonna said they did that at Marriott Hotel, busted over 30 illegals. I remember they shut down, was it Club Chef? Because they went in there, and I was working at the meatpacking plant at the time. They went in the Club Chef and found they had a whole lot of illegals, like they did a whole bust. It was on the news and everything. But of course, those of us working at our meatpacking plant was talking about it a lot because we understood that there's a lot of illegal, I hate the term illegal, there's a lot of illegal immigrants here, right now working here. And when they heard about the Club Chef, I'm pretty sure it was Club Chef. When they heard about the Club Chef thing, a lot of them quit. Because the rumor was, oh, they're going to raid here next. And so a lot of them quit. I remember that. And that was in the 90s. And people were talking about, black people were talking about immigration and the border and all of that kind of stuff. Immigration stance on point. They pit us against immigrants like they pit black people against white people when we entered the workforce. Yes, I always felt that way. Like even when the immigrants worked there. And I remember we had a contract dispute. And we went on strike. And we had a number of immigrants. And one of the guys that I knew, and I can't remember his name. I can see his face. I want to say his name was Rico. But that might have just, his name actually might have been Ricardo. And we just called him Rico. And he introduced himself to us as Rico. But I remember he was one of the few of them that spoke English. Scott might be able to back me up on this. He was one of the few of them that spoke English, because Scott worked at the meatpacking plant when I worked at the meatpacking plant. But he was one of the few that spoke English. And I remember him telling me that basically they got the word, I don't remember how, they got the word to the immigrants that if they voted for the contract that we wanted, they would fire them. And they had, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. You got the little thing, I had the thumb up. That they would fire them. And they hired a significant amount of them for their workforce. And so they had enough voting power that we ended up getting a contract that we didn't really want. Because they basically manipulated those immigrants. They misused them. And they knew, basically, we'll threaten the immigrants. We'll threaten these immigrants, and they'll vote the way we want them to vote. So we can give them a lowball offer, and it'll pass. And that's what happened. Twin.
What's up, young blood?
How you doing, Shorty?
I'm all right, man. Your boy pissed me off, and I want to get on. I think he became the king of thought.
Huh?
I say your boy Wyatt pissed me off. He had me on hold. I was on break. I tried to get it in before I went back to break. He let me call in. I'm kind of pissed, man.
He was on a roll, man. Sometimes when you on a roll, you don't have time to stop. You got to do what you got to do. You got to get it out.
Man, you ain't got no break time commercials or nothing. You get me in real quick, man. Hey, man, you know, Stephen A. Smith was telling the truth, to my opinion, to be honest. It's time for us, the black folks, to wake up, man.
What makes you think black folks are asleep?
They was then these last couple of years or whatever. It's time for it's just like what you call it. I think God sent him for a reason, Cat Williams, that day to tell it all. All these gatekeepers and everybody on the down low and all that. It's time to get exposed, man, to that BS people been on, man. It's time to quit being in the closet all the time and everything, being secret about everything. Just like the Mayor Affleck. Talking about he got a special committee and all that. And Wyatt was right. Where's the local leaders in that community? Where they at? Is they part of the committee?
They
And
were
that's what
not.
I'm talking about, man. Huh?
I said they were not.
And I was and that's what it is, man. These people, you set up a meeting and stuff. What was that in Avondale one time, and the people in the community didn't know they was gonna have that meeting, but the leader of that community knew about the meeting, but he ain't informed them. Man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. And black folks get tired of that stuff, man. There's a lot of black folks being woke and everything, like the immigration. I've been knowing that since the late. I've been knowing that since the '90s or whatever. I mean, late '90s, early 2000s.
But twin, here's what I'm saying to you. I don't think that black people need to wake up to the issue. I think black people have been awakened to the issue. I think just black people don't agree with some of these people. And so if I don't agree with you, then you're going to say I'm not awake to the issue. If the stuff I'm saying don't go along with what you believe, then you think I'm not awake. But I'm talking about the issue. I'm awake. I just don't agree with you.
Hey, look, that's BS, man. Remember back in the day when we was growing up, man, you probably about 10 years older than me, give or take. When we was growing up, man, remember how the church leaders and all, they used to come to the community and say, what's your family need, what's this, you need to rent paid and everything else without no house.
No.
You go up there
I
today
don't ever
and
remember
ask, well, you ain't never been in the hood.
That's
Well,
not true.
anyway.
I grew up in the hood.
Man, all right, man, you don't never been around people, man, the real black people did.
Okay, I never been around. I was
where I come
around
from,
imaginary black people.
okay, man, I've been around in the hood. I'm from the ghetto. And I've been around, and I remember growing up, they used to do that, preachers and everything. What's your family need, baby? You need this, you need that. You go up to the church now, they ain't got nothing for you. Oh, it's kind of low. It's kind of tight here. But you got there, and you wonder why people say, oh, I ain't giving that preacher nothing. He got elections outside. He got the New Tesla or something. It used to be a stronghold, man, that the black leaders in the community, and especially the churches and stuff, they used to come talk to people, what you need and everything. Now they don't do that. But they quick to go give you a false prophecy or false sermon, whatever, and they glad you the cat got that ATM and Cash App and all that. They ready to pull that out with the quickness and stuff. But they ain't ready to talk to these people, man, about nothing. We are every day, lately I've been listening. Only one that keep it real, you have the time, and especially white, because he speaks the truth and stuff. And like, I don't care what people say, but Lincoln don't even keep it real. When I try to talk about it, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And then the shit hit the fan when I say something about my city that y'all don't know about, or New York. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. That's not true. That's not true. Well, damn it, why it ain't true? And you looking at the news map when I told you it was true. And all you goofies that be in the chat, he say, you don't know what he's talking about. Twins just still on their gangbang. I ain't on nothing, man. I'm speaking for what the fuck going on in my city and around the world and everything, what's going on. But you sleepy ass birds out there, we quick to say, well, Trump this, Trump. Man, get off Trump's dick, motherfucker. That shit should be all fixed. Whatever the fuck y'all try to figure shit out, man. It's bullshit how we can't come together as one. But always, every social media, Trump this, Trump that. Relax. Man, you got a fucking 61-year-old just got killed. Then the fucking 2 and a 5-year-old in the house with a fire. Man, come on with that bullshit. And y'all worry about me voting and everything? Man, go take rocks.
Hold on, what we supposed to do about that?
Do about, man, fuck talking about that politician shit. Focus on these damn kids, man. We worry about the immigrants and all that stuff. With this, and you wonder why black folks turning their back, man.
That's an important thing.
They ain't got a vote, man. They ain't really got a vote, really. It probably ain't even gonna be no damn fucking election. The way things going, man.
There's gonna be an election.
You don't know what's ahead. You might be dead. I might be dead. God might come in.
Don't mean it's not gonna be an election.
Then I just say you don't know. God might come in.
I'm telling you, I know. This I know.
You don't know shit.
I do know.
Yeah, all right.
Just like I know black people in Chicago gonna vote for Joe Biden, I know it's gonna be an election. I know this.
How you know?
Don't worry about how I know. Just know that I know.
You know, is your Uncle JoJo gonna live tomorrow?
I don't have an Uncle JoJo.
Oh, okay. You always telling you know something. You what's your prophecy now? Prophecy Emanuel.
If you want to call it that, sure.
No, man, see, that's why I call you extra, man. That's why I call
I'm
you
extra
extra.
because there's gonna be an election in November.
You don't know that.
I do
you don't know what's
that.
louder here tomorrow. It might be a damn rocket come through Cincinnati tomorrow. Do we know it's coming?
Even if it's a rocket coming, there's gonna be an election in the United States in November for the presidency.
I guess you don't read the Bible all the way when he said no man don't know the time or hour.
There is
or
nowhere
day.
in the Bible that says there's not gonna be an election in November.
I didn't say shit like that. What are you talking about, man?
I said there's gonna be an election in November, and you say, I guess you don't read the Bible then. There's nothing in the Bible that contradicts that.
You saying it don't?
No, it doesn't.
God can come at any time, any hour, any minute.
He's not coming
man.
before November.
How you? There you go, being extra.
I'm
man.
not being
That's
extra.
what
I'm
talking
just
about.
telling you what is.
You ain't telling me shit.
I'm telling
you
you.
like to debate with.
Oh my
I know that you like to debate, and you wonder
You
why
the one
you got
trying to
these and
debate.
answers.
I'm stating facts.
Yeah,
you trying to debate.
Ain't no. It might not even be. It might not even be the like you don't know. It might not.
Twin. There's gonna be.
Something might happen.
No, there's gonna be an election.
So you go wake up tomorrow.
I don't know.
Okay then. Okay then.
Okay, then what?
God can take your damn breath at any time.
The stuff that I don't
Just
know,
like
twin. That should be my answer to that. Should be more confirmation that there's gonna be an election in November. You ask me, am I gonna wake up tomorrow? I don't know. The stuff that I don't know, I say I don't know. The
I'm
stuff,
just saying.
the stuff that I know, I tell you that I know.
I'm just saying. We just don't know. People come out and go
You
vote and all
don't
that.
know.
and-
I know.
You're right. I don't know.
But
I don't
I
know. I know. Okay, that's you, dude. You're in another land anyway, so I know.
I'm
It's
right here
you.
in America in 2024.
I'm just saying, man. It might not be an election. God might interfere
It's gonna
with it.
be an election.
I don't know who I'm talking to, man. I don't know if it's
My name is Emanuel Livingston, and I am the king of talk. And I'm telling you, there's gonna be an
you're
election.
King of extra, man.
I'm not being extra. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. You being
How
extra.
you know,
"Oh, we don't know if it's gonna be an election. A rocket might come and hit Cincinnati, and it's gonna be an election.
We don't know that though. God might interfere with it. We don't know that. We don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. My
You
plan
don't
is to
know.
go to work, but
You don't
I'm
know.
sad.
I'm telling you that I know.
sad. You just gotta be a comedian, man. They got a funny bone in
Ain't
living.
nobody trying to be funny. I'm trying to tell you it's gonna happen. So trying to sweep it under the rug, well, I don't know if it's even gonna happen. It's gonna happen. A rocket ain't gonna stop it. It's gonna happen. If I were sitting here saying to you, a rocket might hit Cincinnati tomorrow, you would be, why you being extra? Why you being extra? But you can say it and that's not being extra.
I wouldn't say that.
Yes, you would, and you
I
know
wouldn't
you
say,
would.
No, I would. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't, because I don't know. I don't know what might happen. They tell you the eclipse was coming. I mean, people took note or whatever. I mean, it came. Oh well. But we don't know what's up there for us tomorrow. We don't know that. We might be here. We might not be here. That's why people so thirsty. Oh, well, it's election time, both sides. When do y'all start doing it? Whenever y'all start pressuring people to go vote?
You're right.
It's some bullshit.
Twin, you're right. You're right.
Just because y'all don't like a person.
Twin, ants might take over the country in September, and therefore we won't be able to have an election because ants will be a giant mutant race of ants will have taken over, and they won't have free and fair elections. You're right.
Man, I think I'm about to go back to work. I was on break. You just pissed me off, man.
Why? Why would that make
And
you
I'm
mad?
about going,
Why would that
because
make
you
you
just
mad?
extra, man.
Oh,
You
wait,
just
whoa,
extra.
whoa, 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 whoa. You can say a rocket is going to hit Cincinnati, and that's not extra. But I say a giant mutant race of ants is going to take over, and now I'm being... I told you if I said some ridiculous stuff, you would say I'm being extra, and I just proved it.
I don't believe nothing you say because you didn't even know what the collapse was. So why would I believe anything you say? You didn't even know what the collapse was with shingles, man. Shingles, you can get my cousin had it at 30, man. It's supposed to be like a late, people elderly because my cousin had it, my auntie had it. And then she had it like when she was 62, something like that, 61, something like that. And it was, man, seeing him and her, it was like a painful feeling. I know that. It was messing with her. See, I had the chicken pox and measles, so I know how that shit. Ooh, that's a ooh.
No. You
I
had
don't know what to
measles?
call it.
I thought
I had
measles...
measles, ain't you?
I thought measles had been eradicated by the time you was coming up.
I had measles in like 88 when I was in kindergarten. Then I had the chicken pox.
You didn't just say kindergarten. You had measles in 88?
Like 88.
Damn.
I probably in the second, third grade, something like that. I know I was like 88.
I thought measles was long gone before then.
Hell no, you clown.
Now I'm
No,
a
they
clown
weren't
because
gone.
I thought measles was gone.
Told you been on that porch. No, man. No, I wasn't gone. My niece called it in the late, mid-90s. She called measles. They had measles over there in Africa and stuff. Man, what are you talking about? Monkeypox,
I'm talking about
all
here
that.
in the United States.
No, measles wasn't gone, man. Is these roaches and rats gone? You extra, man. What are you talking about?
Oh, my goodness.
It's time me go back in, man, because you killing
In
me.
1988, according to the Center for Disease Control, a total of, for the country, 3,411 cases of measles. That's virtually none.
I still had them, man. What are you talking about?
Okay, you had them. I didn't say you didn't have them. I just said I thought that measles was like virtually eradicated in
No.
1988.
No. That damn study shit poll ain't right, man. Don't believe that shit.
You might be right. I don't necessarily buy into statistics.
You're right. Just like all they say is all them people died and everything of COVID. All them people ain't died no COVID. Y'all wanted that PPE money relief fund. Put on their death shit, they died of COVID. Come on, man.
Okay.
Just say the natural death, a heart attack or something. Everybody died of COVID. I'm done ranting with you, man. You asked.
Hold on. What were the symptoms of the measles?
It's shit, man. When I had the measles, man, it was like a bunch of, you ever been to Mississippi, man?
No.
Well, they got fire ants down there, real red fire ants.
They got them in
And
Alabama.
I stepped in the fire. Well, it's down south, man. Dang. So I stepped in the power level when I first moved to Mississippi, and I didn't know what it was. And then some was just on fire, my leg. And that's what it sounded. And then my leg get bruised up and everything else. And that's what it sounded like. You got bit by one of them fire ants and everything. You just got the itch. You had the claps and everything, the crabs and all that when you was itch.
No, I never had that.
That's how it was. Yeah, it's like a small little bump that's all over your body and everything. You just constantly itching and stuff, and you had to get that one ornament. It looked like you fucking soak yourself in a bunch of baby powder.
I thought that was
You had to
chicken
get
pox.
Well, that too. Well, chicken pox, not that. I had that too, chicken pox. I had that too. You had to put all that crazy man with the bumps and stuff all over your body.
Right. So what did the measles feel like? Hold on, before you answer, was the measles, and maybe Janice can help me with this one, was the measles the thing? Remember they used to tie something around your head, like tie a piece of cloth around your head, and tied off and all that kind of stuff. Did they do that for the measles? Or was that the
No,
mumps?
that was the month.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was a month. If I can recall, I just know I was itching and irritated. I know they had me taking that damn Tylenol stuff. Yeah. All right, man, I ain't about to tell you about my history, man, because you are make fun of me, Mr. X.
I
I
would
got to go back up in here
I would never
and
make
pass
fun of
this
you.
milk
I
out.
wouldn't do that.
You go do it when I get out. So go ahead and tell you. You go do it
I
anyway.
would never do that.
All right, man, I'm done talking. But, man, Wyatt, I think, was telling the truth on his show. I couldn't get in. I think he kept it real because I like listening to him because he keep it real, man, better than Al Sharp and everything. So, some of the Stephen A. Smith, he ain't try to, convince people to go to
Yes, he
Trump
was.
and everything
Yes,
else.
he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
He
Just
was.
like you convinced us to go Democrat, vote for Biden.
No, I don't do that.
Huh? Yeah, right. Forget her.
Remember, twin, I'm the one who said you can vote for Trump if you want to. It don't bother me.
Well, the way things looking to me right now, if it was today, yeah, I'll vote for him. I ain't even gonna hold you up.
But you said it ain't gonna be no
Yeah, I'll vote.
election, so
I'm saying if it was today, I said today, not tomorrow, man. I said if it was going on today, yeah, I will vote for him.
it's gonna happen in November.
The way things look. Hey, Lord's will. That's all you gotta say. Everything you do, hey, man, I'll see you tomorrow. Lord's will. So if it's up to God, hey, make it happen.
All right,
What's
well,
up,
I'm gonna
baby
hang
mom?
up. I'm gonna
I
hang
love
up,
you.
Lord's will.
All right, man.
All right. All right, the Lord willed it and it happened. There's gonna be an election. Now, I don't know. Joe Biden might not make it to November. Donald Trump might not make it to November. But there's gonna be a presidential election in the United States in November. Maybe in November I'll be on here saying, I told you so. God willing. What else? What else? I was talking about immigration and how they lowballed us, the union on the contract, and they had the immigrants vote for it under threat because they knew that the immigrants wasn't gonna go against them because they had something to hold over their heads. And yes, some of the people in the union were mad at the immigrants. Hey, they're gonna vote for these people, and we've been working here all these years, and and they got them here just long enough to be a member in good standing, so that they got to vote, and And I'm like, don't be mad. What are you doing, little baby? Why are you throwing that? I don't understand what's happening. But I remember talking to some of the people saying it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They ain't even got no business in this country. Okay, well, go tell the people who are hiring them, knowing that they don't have no business in this country, making a lowball offer to us, be mad at them. Don't be mad at them. Be mad at the wrong people. And like Brian said, that people love to turn people against other people. Look, if you support Donald Trump, you are not my enemy. I don't understand why you support him. I think something might be, you know what I'm saying, wrong with you. Just in the sense that when I say something wrong with you, I'm really kind of saying it, I'm going to say kind of tongue in cheek. Like, it don't mean you have a mental problem. It just means I don't agree with however you're processing information. If we're taking in the same information and it runs through your computer and the output is vote for Trump, when it runs through my computer, the output is don't vote for Trump. So that's when I say something wrong with you, I don't mean there's literally something wrong with you. It just mean I don't agree with you. It just mean I don't agree with you. But yeah, no, man, don't. And then I listen to a lot of this conversation surrounding illegal immigrants, and it bothers me because even some of the people who have beef with the immigrants coming in would quickly tell you, if I lived over there, I'd do the same thing. So you mad at people for doing what you would do if you were in their situation. For them to come up or attempt to come up, you mad at them for doing what you would do. I don't understand that. I'm not against immigrants. I'm not against, Latinos. I'm really not against most people. But it works out. You create these wedge issues. Of course, that's what they used to call them that. Now what do they call them? They don't call them wedge issues anymore. They have another term that they call them. Either way, you create these wedge issues to drive people apart. And people been doing it, both parties, Republicans and Democrats, have been taking advantage of wedge issues, driving people further and further apart. And now everybody's standing back like, oh, we can't have a civil discourse. Cause y'all done create a situation where we all enemies. We hate each other. We hate people who don't think how we think. Whereas instead of just, I don't agree with you. I don't understand how you could feel that way. You sound foolish to me. Like, I'm even cool with that. But we at a point where we hate people, and yes, our politicians, the people in the media, all of that kind of stuff, everybody uses incendiary terms when they talk about all kind of stuff, so that you kind of have to hate the other person that they're talking about. There's an invasion, and they use the most incendiary term. It's not an accident that they're using incendiary terms. They want you so mad. They want you so emotional about whatever the issue is. And so they want to try to spin it, and so that the anger is turned against the other party, the other people. CK.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
CK, I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I was listening to your show, man. It was good. It was good. That last dude you had on, he was quite entertaining. I like his insight.
Oh.
He be cussing for no reason, don't
He? He be upset.
Yeah, he be getting upset, man. I ain't want no lemonade. Get me some Coca-Cola. Didn't I say I want some Coca-Cola? You bought me some lemonade. I said, God, I like him, boy. Hey, man. But I was looking at y'all platform. I'm like, Livingston and Wyatt are two platforms. Like, y'all is consistent, but don't give a damn. I've never seen no platforms like this on the internet.
I don't know.
You notice that?
I don't know what you mean.
I'm like, I think, all right, you coming from the radio world and your particular company, you said it wasn't about ratings. And it's like you brought that same mind state to the independent where, like, you don't give a damn about numbers, followers, and likes. Hit the like button. No, I don't hear nothing from you, man. It's like you just doing it for the love.
I'm doing it for the people. I'm doing it for the love of the people.
Yeah. Right, yeah, you. I'm like, but anytime you watch any other consistent show on the internet, they go, all right, give me your likes up. Here's my cash app. Thanks for the super chat. I'm like, these guys, people will call y'all rich or something, but it ain't. But like you said, it ain't because y'all rich. It's because of the love.
Well, I think I might be rich. I'm not rich.
I don't know. You richer than a lot. You richer than a lot now.
Well, that's actually
mean-
that's true, especially when you're talking about, worldwide. That's very true.
Yeah. Yeah, not financially. I'm talking about
Well,
what's the word? If it's financial, what's the other word you could be rich in?
Love.
'Cause I'm rich in love. Personality. Yes. See, these type of stuff is like this could help you. This could benefit you. You know what I mean? But I was like, man, why Livingston don't want to take this thing? And I used to get on you at the radio station. I was like, you don't want to expand. You didn't want. I've never seen a radio guy not want to be big. It's like you just was like content. So you don't want to blow your platform up to like 10 million followers and stuff?
Man, if I got 10 million followers, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, for real, I wouldn't know what to do. When I tell you, I'm a behind the scenes guy. I like being behind the scenes. Let me make you a star. Let me get you the attention. Let me give you the topic. Let me, you know what I'm saying? And then you take it and you do whatever. And when you shine, I feel good. I'm not a whole, 10 million people following me. I would feel obligated to do things. And if it happened, I would deal with it, but I'm cool behind the scenes.
So you like P. Diddy, you just like the executive producer.
Not like P. Diddy.
Let the other people be the star.
I am not like P. Diddy.
No, you know what I meant, though. I'm talking about far as, okay, you remember that fat dude Biggie back in the night? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, Dre and Snoop Dogg, let's do it. Like, well, damn, he beat his girl. You can't use nobody. They all human. Damn. But no, I'm just saying, okay, Biggie, he needed Diddy, right? Before Diddy, he was nothing. Then when you put him with Diddy, okay, he know how to, you know what I mean, captain the ship. Okay, rap about this. Okay, we gonna use this beat. He was kind of like what you did, but, I ain't talking about the bad stuff, though. You know what I mean?
I understood what you were saying, but I cannot agree in this climate that I'm like Diddy. No.
Yeah,
No.
you can't. Right. That's too much.
I
that's
understand
incriminating.
what you're saying, but
Mhm.
no.
Yeah, because, okay, like my pops, when I was a kid, I'd call him. I'd be like, okay, what you doing, Daddy? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm at lunch, man. I say, yeah, I'm at lunch. You might know him. You ever heard of Peyton Manning? This is how he talked to me.
Oh,
Livingston.
okay. I thought you was asking me if I ever heard of Peyton Manning. Okay.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You getting raised by a man like this. Oh yeah, I'm just having lunch with Peyton Manning. Oh yeah, we in a private jet with Michael Jackson. This is how you get off the phone with me, because you don't want to talk to your son. Yeah. Hold on, let me call you right back. I'm at the. So he thought that was his fatherly. Like, you know how your son will call you, what you doing, Pop? I mean, it don't matter when I call him, even to this day. I'm in a meeting. I can call him Sunday night at 11:30. I'm in a meeting. See what I'm saying?
He might actually be in a meeting.
He's not, man. He said he was having lunch with Peyton Manning in 2016, sir.
He might have been at lunch with Peyton Manning.
Mom, I told you this been going on. Okay, look.
Does he work in the sports field?
Do you remember the show Sale of the Century from the 80s? The game show?
No.
He was on that game show when I was in North Avondale School, won $200,000 cash in front of the whole school. We watched it as a class.
Okay.
Now, when he got this, he thought he was rich already. He wasn't he started treating me like he been rich. He looking at me like, man, what you ain't? I said, hold up, Pops. You were just like me. but he used that richness to be like, okay, I'm kicking it with the millionaire. So he started using that from that point on. He kicking it with the Joneses and them. But I know he wasn't in there kicking it with no Peyton Manning, man. That's what I'm saying. This is why people grow up messed up. You see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I don't have any information to verify that what you're saying is true. But I will say, even if it is true, and not that this is an excuse, but, a lot of times, were you living with your mama?
Yeah. Mama, then pops, back and forth.
Well, sometimes friction between parents create situations. So you never know as a kid what was going on maybe between the parents to create. And again, I'm not saying that excuses it if it's actual. I'm not saying that would excuse it, but you never know.
Yeah. Now, if you could get a interview with Candace Owens, would you do an interview with Candace Owens on your platform?
I don't know.
Oh, that's not a definite yes?
No, it's not a definite yes.
Oh, I thought, man, I lost money. I bet the youngin that you would say yeah to that.
I don't know.
I
don't know if I would want to lend my platform to her, because I've heard her say some things that I didn't necessarily think she was saying in good faith.
In good faith. I got you. Because Vlad said he won't interview her for the same reason. But I said that's the main reason to interview her. Like, you know what I mean? Let's have a debate. Maybe, I was just wondering if you can handle somebody like.
Sometimes it's you got to decide who you want to give a voice to.
Right. But you would have you would have interviewed O.J. Simpson, right? If he was still alive.
Probably depending on what I was interviewing him about.
Yeah, hey, I want to come on the afternoon experiment.
For what?
I know you'll let it.
What would he have wanted to come on the afternoon experiment for?
To get you them 10 million followers you so desperately need.
And only if we can, talk honestly about the situations that I want to, like don't put no chains on me. Because if you come on here, I need to talk about whatever I want to talk about.
Oh, that's okay. So you saying if you get Michael Vick on here, he can't just be like, man, we can talk about everything but the dog fighting. You ain't on that.
I'd be like, then I might not even have a desire to talk about the dog fighting. But if you telling me I can't talk about that, then we don't need to talk. If you want to talk to me personally and say that, then that's fine. But if you want access to a platform, then I got to be free to talk about whatever.
Yeah, I like just getting these people on the platform and just using their numbers. I can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm just saying I'm going to get the numbers regardless, because you got to understand, you got the personality yourself. That's where they go wrong. We don't get these good guys because they want to talk about the murder all the time. Don't nobody want to talk about that. There's a whole other life behind that, man.
All right.
You getting stuck on budget. Yep. Hey, I appreciate you, brother, man, having me on, man. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, great platform.
All right. Thank you, CK. That was CK. I'm not 100% sure what we just talked about. But it happened. Now I'm pretty sure Candace Owens wouldn't outsmart me, Jack. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't. I'm actually quite confident about that. But I don't know that I would offer up my platform for her, for the 77 of y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. For the 77 people, like, no, you can't have access to my 77 friends or followers or watchers or whatever. So, yeah, no. let's see what else is going on. They did. Hold on. Now, I didn't get an opportunity to really look at the story. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Ooh. Police say a man dies after being struck by a charter bus. Damn. That wasn't what I was looking for. But is it? Hold on. Remember the 2-year-old that got shot? And I thought I saw or heard where someone was in custody, like someone was in custody for that. Am I just imagining that, or is that something that I actually saw? Okay, here it is. 2 people are facing charges after a 2-year-old boy shot himself Tuesday with a gun that wasn't properly secured. The child's mother, a teenager, was charged with child endangerment, while her boyfriend was charged with having a weapon under disability and receiving stolen property. The gun, which was in the boyfriend's possession. Oh, by the way, this is by Brian Williams, WLWT. WXIX. So Fox 19 News. Brian Williams wrote this story. The child's mother, a teenager, charged with child endangerment, while her boyfriend was charged with having a weapon under a disability and receiving stolen property. The gun, which was in the boyfriend's possession, was reported stolen. He wasn't charged with child endangerment because he wasn't the boy's legal guardian. He has a gunshot wound to the leg. He's going to recover, but no child should be shot, according to Melissa Powers. You need to lawfully own the firearm, and that firearm needs to be stored in a safe or have a lock, Powers said. But they say that the boy will be all right. The mom is a teenager. And the boyfriend is charged with weapon. Was it they? That raises a few more questions for me. Where was the... Okay, definitely where was the child's dad? But a teenage mom, probably not going to be like married, or you expect the daddy to be there 24/7 because it's a teenage mom. If this story is correct, the child's mother, a teenager. So where were they? Were they at her home? Were they at the boyfriend's home? How old of a teenager? Are we talking 16, 15, 14? We talking 19? Where's this teenager's parents? I'm not necessarily curious about why the teenager and the boyfriend were together and why he had a gun. A lot of these, I'm assuming, this is an assumption, which also could be wrong. I'm assuming that he was a young guy, maybe 20s, early 20s, which is an issue to me anyway. I mean, unless she's 19 and he's 23, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But were they at his apartment? Did she have her own spot? Of course, the question, why does he have a gun around a 2-year-old? It's a lot of questions. Jason says grandma was at work. So if what Jason is saying is correct, I'm trying to piece it together in my head. Just to make it make sense, not even to justify anything, just to make the situation make sense. So you got a mama. Probably daddy ain't around. Mama got a teenage daughter. Teenage daughter get pregnant. Have a baby. So now mama, teenage daughter, and baby live in an apartment. Daddy is may or may not be in the picture. And boyfriend comes over Boyfriend has a gun. Mama ain't home. Boyfriend has a gun. And Andrea's saying the boy's mom left the gun on the windowsill. Well, I don't know if that was she playing with the gun? Was the boyfriend showing her the gun and she sat it on the windowsill and they forgot about it? Like it raises questions to me. The story says the gun, which was in the boyfriend's possession, was reported stolen, which would mean that the boyfriend brought the gun over if that other scenario was true. I mean, standards and all of that kind of stuff is, I don't know that we ever getting back to just regular standards. I don't know if we're ever getting back to the idea of, you wait till you grown to have a baby. Come on, sex is too prevalent out there for young people. What you looking for? The charger's over there. Just follow that cable right there. But it's too prevalent out there. Young people ain't gonna stop doing it. And young people raising young people, especially with the way, if you think about some of the things that you thought was cool when you was young, and if you would have been in the position to instill those things into a kid, and then sometimes you grow up and you realize, like, man, some of the stuff I thought when I was a teenager was stupid. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you grow up and that's just what you think. We going in a little bit, little baby. I'm doing a show. That's what's taking so long. Key!
Hey, what's going on, Emanuel? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. She say, shoot, I'm ready to get up out of here. You got to go get her something to eat.
Oh, yeah, I do got to get her something to eat.
Dang, why you don't take a break and then just pause and tell us to entertain ourselves while you go get her something? Or you got to cook it?
I will have to cook it first, but she fine.
Oh, okay.
She
okay. She said, come on. She over there making all kind of noise, making you keep looking down there. She ain't on the elliptical, is she?
She was for a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's trying to show you some things. She done tired herself out. She need a Gatorade. She's trying to let you know this how you do it. You work up a sweat, then get a Gatorade.
She fine. I don't know what she was over here looking for, but she fine. We about to wrap it up.
Oh, okay.
What's on your mind?
Oh, no, just calling to say, hey, see what y'all up to, or whatever. I said you was getting in the heated debate earlier.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you want to get cussed out in the well?
I was getting cussed out, but I don't know if I consider that a heated debate.
Oh, okay, because you were trying to match his high, but you couldn't touch it.
I was just telling him something that I know to be a fact, even though he doesn't know
it. Hey, true.
There's gonna be an election in November.
Yeah, it's crazy what's going on, and then you know how they be talking about, well, when it's gonna get hot, it's gonna get worse. I hope it don't get worse or whatever with these situations with these people and these kids, leaving them in the house and leaving them with guns and stuff. Hey, Christopher, right?
Well, when it gets warmer, I mean, it's definitely gonna get. Things are gonna be. Situations are going to be different. You know, when it's cold, you're in the house, you're doing what you do. When you're out, you're amongst other people, and people interacting with other people. Of course, things are going to happen.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm thinking too, I don't know, because I know some places now, like for instance, the girl left her kids in the house when she went to go get her hair done. I think a lot of hairdressers now don't allow kids in their establishment. I wonder if that's why she didn't take the kids. Because some hairdressers now, they won't allow kids in in their places. I don't know. Hey, Brent. Hey, Ladonna.
I believe that is quite possible. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well, hopefully everything get better.
Yeah.
What you getting into besides feeding your grandbaby?
I got a rehearsal to go to. So we'll go upstairs. I'll make sure she eats, and then we got to go to a rehearsal.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was just calling to say, hey, I'm gonna get off the phone so you can tend to your grandbaby.
All right.
And get on to your rehearsal. All right. Till next time, everybody enjoy the rest of their day. Everybody in the chat, talk to y'all later.
Keith, before you go.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you going to do something to make sure someone smiles today?
I do it every day. Didn't I just make you smile?
I'm not sure. I
didn't make you smile when I called.
You may have. I wasn't really.
And something I said made you laugh.
I did it. I don't remember.
When you seen the name pop up, you ain't smile like, okay, it's Key.
I didn't.
But you did.
I was distracted.
Hey, twin. You was distracted by what? That grandbaby over there, huh?
Yeah. I was distracted.
Oh, okay. Well, get it together. You can't do two things at once, Emanuel.
Well, do me a favor. Do something to make somebody else smile today.
Okay, I did. I think I did. I think people in the chat smiling and laughing. What you think?
Okay, they might be.
Yeah. Yeah, now you do something to make somebody smile, and don't do nothing to make somebody cuss you out.
Well, I can't promise that last one. See, you just did it. You made me smile.
See, there it go. I think it's because I started laughing. There's either people laugh when I laugh, or some people in the chat get annoyed, I guess. I don't know.
Key, I appreciate your call.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day, okay? Have a good one. Be safe.
All right.
All right.
All right, y'all. I got to get ready to get out of here. Jack, I be seeing you trolling. Some of your stuff be good. Some of it be bad. Like, it don't be funny. It don't be, any of that kind of stuff. It's just, some of it be good. Some of it don't be good. Work on that for me. Like, pick a lane and stay there. Like, make it good. Make it funny. Or, even make it cruel. You know what I'm saying? But it should be something significant. A lot of them, they just go by and I'll be like, oh, okay, whatever. So, work on that for me. Y'all know I like the haters. I'm not one of those people who don't like haters. I like the haters. I really do. I don't have a problem with it. If you're a hater, come on and hate, and I'm not mad at you for being a hater or any of that kind of stuff. I'm all right with it. Add a little flavor. You know what I'm saying? You need some people that's on your team, and you need some people that's against you, but most people gonna be somewhere in the middle. So I encourage the haters. Let's just work on the hate. But all right, y'all. He said you wish you had haters. Bro, you are clearly a hater. You're clearly a hater. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not even saying it as an insult. Like, it is what it is. I'm not mad about it. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. I'm sorry I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. See, there you go. That's a decent one. Work on that hairline and your wardrobe. I'll work on it. I appreciate it. Y'all go out. C Breeze says, are you actually launching your site tomorrow? Oh, I'm not sure. I have one element that I really want to get done before I launch the site. And I haven't done it. So I'm thinking no tomorrow, but maybe Saturday. Because I have to, there's one element that I'm having a hard time with. So probably not tomorrow, but maybe Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. Jack says, why don't you have on a wedding ring? I'm married, Jack. I'm married. All right? Just take my word for it. Just take my word for it. I'm not available. I understand there's a dude named Marcus, though, that might be in the market. All right? Till next time, do me a favor and be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.